Well, we can finally put the spinfoil hats away and lay the rumors to bed because just like in true gaming industry fashion, where secrets don't really stay secrets for long, the Xbox handheld titled Project Canon has finally been revealed with numerous leaks appearing all over the internet. And with the sheer amount of information about the handheld that's become available in such a short amount of time, I'm going to give you the full breakdown of what to expect, some comparisons, and of course some expectations as we get closer to a full reveal very soon. Jake Parker here, and if you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing to know when my next gaming video content will be live, and let me know your thoughts on this video in the comments below. So as it turns out, the leaks from Project Canon actually started not from a data miner or notorious leaker, but from the FCC itself, as their certification of the Xbox handheld went virally public worldwide like a hellfire, as if they didn't expect the gaming industry to keep a close eye on any movement of the upcoming anticipated handheld at all. We already knew an announcement or reveal was in the works anyways with the ROG Twitter post from March that Xbox pretty much commented on. To set clear expectations, this is actually not a directly created handheld from Xbox, nor is it considered in the same family of Xbox's mainline consoles. But instead, this is a new partnership between Xbox and the Asus ROG as part of their ROG Ally family to bring Xbox to the mobile scene and an extension of the Xbox ecosystem. And realistically, this is a very smart development strategy for Xbox, who is already confirmed to be working on the development of the next generation home console, and a partnership with ROG allows them to prioritize development pipelines without excessive costs, producing both a console and a handheld at the exact same time. And it's also no secret that Xbox and PlayStation both reportedly began development of their own handheld gaming systems pretty much after the sheer record success of the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo's upcoming flagship console, the Nintendo Switch 2, where Nintendo's focus on connecting gamers to games anywhere with anyone anytime became a massive shift for the industry at large, especially with the Switch 2 already smashing pre-order records. But going right into it, the design of the Xbox handheld appears extremely bulky at first glance, with what appears to be handle grips on the outside mimicking a controller design. Based on the size, it wouldn't be shocking if the total weight of the handheld would be comparable to the Steam Deck or even slightly heavier, but not so much to become uncomfortable, which would explain the design of the grips to provide more support. Battery life will likely be a huge player in the design, and if the console is as large as it appears in these leaks, it's very possible we could see a moderate increase in battery life compared to earlier versions of the ROG Ally models that are already in the market. Now let's dive into specs, and this is where it really gets a lot of fun. It's been confirmed through multiple global certification offices that there are two versions of the handheld that are slated to release. A white version, which will be the baseline model, and an upgraded black version, which is set to be the clear, higher-end core system with a dedicated Xbox button included. Both versions of the console sport a 7-inch 120Hz high refresh display, though we don't know yet if it'll be LCD, LED, or OLED. And the largest key difference here being the processors that will be included in each of the versions. The white base model carries an upgraded Steam Deck CPU equivalent called the AMD Aerith Plus that uses the Zen 2 architecture and boasts a solid 3.8 GHz 4-core design with a 20-watt TDP. Now, on the other hand, the upgraded black model is the clear standout design. It sees the addition of the extremely powerful AMD Ryzen Z2 Extreme CPU, an extreme handheld processor that carries a powerful 8-core design with up to 5 GHz capabilities, and the RDNA 3X graphics, all wrapped up in a 36-watt TDP. Now, although we don't have yet confirmation of the white model's exact memory spec, we do know for sure that the upgraded black model is expected to bring a whopping 64 gigs of DDR5X memory, which will bring a transfer rate of roughly around 6400 MTS or higher. Now, with that comparison, we could expect the white model to range around 32 gigs of either the same memory type or slightly reduced. Based on these specs alone, there is a sheer difference in performance targets for both consoles, where the black model is aiming to be the go-to system for gamers looking at high-intensity gaming on the go, whereas the white model will still allow for balanced gaming performance all around, with pockets of higher-end use at times. Alright, let's get it out of the way because everyone wants to know, how does this compare spec for spec to the upcoming Switch 2? Well, the honest answer is we really can't make that comparison just yet, but since the leaks are fresh, let's get it out of the way anyways. We do know the Switch 2 does come out swinging with a larger 7.9-inch LCD display supporting native 1080p HDR10 support, variable refresh for compatible displays, and an up to 4K 60 or 1080p 1440p with 120Hz docked gaming experience. And this is all thanks to NVIDIA's custom Tegra chip made exclusively for the Nintendo Switch 2. The small downside is there is only 12 gigs of dedicated memory. Since we haven't been given a full reveal of the Xbox handheld just yet, we really have no clue if Xbox is aiming for docking support, let alone carrying the same HDR10 or variable refresh rate capabilities, as it's still too early to tell right now. However, with the confirmed 2 USB-C connectors on top of the Xbox handheld, it's not out of the question that Xbox could confirm a dockable mode for higher performance, especially given the Switch's success as a super hybrid handheld console. And when putting the specs of the console side by side, Xbox carries a massive performance advantage for its higher chipset and memory allocation than the Switch 2 realistically has. As for the operating system that will be shipping with the Xbox handheld, we don't know yet, but this could go many ways, to be honest. We could see Xbox use a new modified version of their dedicated Xbox OS, a hybrid option for users to toggle between Windows and Xbox like we do see with the Steam Deck's Windows support, or a direct Windows-only OS with the Xbox app directly integrated and utilizing the Xbox button on the black model for instant access to the apps and library of games. Since earlier ROG Ally models traditionally run with Windows OS natively, it's very likely the Xbox handheld will follow the same design and boot into Windows while utilizing the Xbox app already built in. And of course, lastly, the big question everybody's going to be asking: how much is the Xbox handheld going to cost? This is naturally where the biggest speculation is going to be, and arguably the biggest deal breaker for gamers. The current ROG Ally models with the AMD Z1 processors range anywhere between $549 to $799, which is honestly a pretty steep price to pay when compared to the earlier Xbox Series prices that would have bundled extra controllers or games with the console for roughly around the same price point. So with this in mind, with the new upgraded specs in the Xbox handheld, it wouldn't be shocking at all to see an estimated $699 MSRP for the white model, leading all the way up to an $849 or $899 MSRP for the upgraded black model. Now, could Xbox make these prices that I just mentioned a reality? Well, absolutely. And would it be irresponsible of them to do so? Also, absolutely. Sticker shock realistically is a big deal for consumers in today's market, and it's more alive than ever. And if the price for the value isn't enough for gamers to feel confident in their purchase, they're just not going to buy it. We obviously won't have the final answers on full specs, features, or price points until a true reveal from Xbox, which is pretty much imminent at this point. But if these leaks show anything, Xbox really is truly focused on taking a risk to bring mobility to the market in a much more powerful way. And if the performance exceeds the expectations for the right price point, Xbox really could be hitting a home run here. Thank you so much for watching, y'all, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure, of course, to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on notifications to know when my next upcoming gaming content video will be live. Thank you for being the reason I get to do what I do, and of course, until the next video, y'all, game on.